Hi everyone, I'm back with another video. If you don't know who I am, I'm Molly and I do book content here on YouTube. I do a mixture of secular, mainstream fiction and non-fiction, as well as Christian fiction and non-fiction. Although most of the time it will be fictional books that I talk about, etc. because that is my preferred, well, it's not really a genre, but my preferred type of books. So today, somehow we're at that time of the month / that time of the year where we're talking about the December TBR. I can't believe we're at the end of, coming up to the last month of the year. I don't know where it has gone, but there we go, we keep marching on. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about all the books I am hoping to read in the coming month. So, because apparently that's all I do, I am joining in with another readathon. And the way I said it made it sound like I don't enjoy it. I do. I wouldn't be doing them if I didn't. But I seem to, every single TBR, I seem to be going, I'm joining in with a readathon. Since I've started this channel, so yeah. It's fun, you know. It's fun picking out books that fit with prompts and stuff like that, so you can't blame me really. So I am taking part in a readathon called the Tinsel and Tales Readathon, and it is created by Lucy from the Lucy Chronicles, and I think she has 9 co-hosts, which is a lot. Apparently what she did is she asked a lot of people because she thought most of them probably wouldn't be able to, with it being the Christmas season. You know, most people are really busy, but apparently it looks like I think pretty much all of them have said yes. So that's why there are 10, including Lucy, 10 hosts. So obviously I'll be linking everyone down below. You know, go check them all out. There are people I've not followed or known about before until this readathon was announced. So, you know, you won't be the only new person there if you do follow any of them, if you're not already, of course. So yes, what I'll do is I'll talk through the prompts, and then once I've said what they all are, I will then go into each book and talk about what prompt I'm using that book for. So they're not in any particular order necessarily, just in an order of the pile that I put them in. Yes, I think that's it. So let's get started with the book. Well, with the prompts first. So there are 9 prompts because it's your typical bingo board, you know, square prompt printout thing. So yes, so there's 9 prompts. Prompt 1 is a book with Christmas in the title. Prompt 2 is a book that's been on your TBR since last Christmas, so Christmas 2023. Prompt 3 is a book with a holiday romance. Book 4 is Read the Nativity Story. Prompt 5 is a free space. Prompt 6 is a book with a festive cover. Prompt 7 is a Christmas book that has a movie adaptation, and it says to also watch that movie adaptation of the book that you're reading. Prompt 8 is book with snow either in the title or on the cover. And then the last prompt, prompt 9, is a Christmas mystery book. So now that I've gone through all those prompts, let's get into the books. So the first book is, okay, I probably shouldn't have started with this book. I kind of want to start with the individual prompts. It's fine. So the first book I'm going to talk about is Murder Most Royal, and this is a Her Majesty the Queen Investigates, so it's a mystery book. And this is by S.J. Bennett. So this is actually a borrow, and so, okay, I'll tell you the prompt I'm going to use it for. So I'm hoping to use this for prompt number 2. And that is a book on the TBR since last Christmas. Now, there is a caveat, and I hope Lucy is okay with this. Lucy, let me know in the comments if you watch this. So I don't actually have a book that's been on my TBR since last Christmas, or like, you know, before last Christmas even, you know. I had a look. I looked in, like, you know, my bullet journal for last year, where I had the makeshift books I want to read last year, and I read them all. or one of them is really vague. So one of them that I wanted to read was just classics in general. So obviously that's very broad, and I didn't really want to use that because that felt kind of like a cop-out, but not really. It's mainly because there isn't any books I want to read yet, so that's why. So what I was thinking of doing, this book, if it's okay with you, Lucy, this book is a borrow from someone at church, so obviously I want to read this and give this back to her because I've had it for a few months now and not read it yet. So I am hoping to read this as a sort of opposite way round to TBR Since Last Christmas, so like a book I really want to get to. So kind of like, not something I'm excited about, because I'm not necessarily excited about the book, although I am interested. It's more that I just want to get this read and give them back. So I hope that's okay with you, Lucy. If not, I can probably find something. There are books that have been on my list, but I can't get to them, so that's why I'm kind of changing the prompt a little bit. So yeah, that's my first one anyway. The next book is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. So this fulfills a few prompts I forgot to mention. So because obviously it's a really busy time for most people, what Lucy said is that you can double up or triple up, etc. for the prompts with one book. So like one book for multiple prompts, which is really useful, especially because I'm a slow reader normally. So yeah, it's just better for me personally anyway. So this one, A Christmas Carol, I am using for book prompt 1, book with Christmas in the title, because obviously Christmas Carol. And oh yes, a Christmas book that has a movie adaptation, obviously Christmas Carol. The adaptation that I'm hoping to watch is the Muppets one, because that is my favourite one. I have seen one, a black and white one that had Albert Finney in it. I'm not sure when that was filmed, but that's quite an old one. And I have seen that on TV during the Christmas season, but the Muppets is just, it's right up my sort of street, the Muppets. It's a load of silliness, and it's a musical. I mean, what more could you want, you know? So yeah, that's that one. The next book is A Murder Most Unladylike Mystery, and this is called Mistletoe and Murder by Robin Stevens. So this one could fulfill a couple of prompts, but I'm actually specifically using this one for the Christmas mystery book. But it could also be one with a book with festive cover if you wanted, because I would say that's pretty festive, just with the red colour background. That's that one really, that was it. So let's move on. So the next book is The Mistletoe Countess by Pepper Basham. This is, so all of the other books, apart from maybe Christmas Carol because it's Victorian, none of them are particularly Christian fiction. Christmas Carol is sort of, but mainly because of the time of, you know, in the Victorian times a lot of people were Christians, but yeah, it's not specifically Christian. But this one it's Christian fiction, and so this is one that's fulfilling multiple prompts as well. So this is one that I'm using for prompt 3, book with a holiday romance, because I've heard that there's a romance in this. I'm using this for book prompt 5, a free space. I mean, because it's a free space, I could use any of those other books, but I'm picking this one, I guess. And I'm using it for prompt 6, a book with a festive cover. But I would say that's quite Christmassy. You got a bit of a slight green, but you've also got, you know, your sort of Christmassy little plants around the outside. You got a bit of snow in the background there with an evergreen tree. So it's in the church, I think. Oh no, actually I think it's like a manor house or that sort of mansion. Sorry. But yeah, there's like snow and everything. So yeah, I would say that's quite a festive cover. And then I'm also using this with, as I've just mentioned, for the prompt book with snow in the title or on the cover, because obviously there's snow in the background. So yeah, this, if you you could also use this for mystery prompt, for a Christmas mystery book, because apparently there's a mystery as well in this. So yeah, but I'm not using it for that one. And then the last book, which is not really a book per se, I'll explain. So the next one is this one. This is the Bible, King James Version. This is what I used for the last Bible prompt that I used. And this is to fulfill the obvious prompt for read the nativity story. So that, I think that's often traditionally like Luke chapter 2 or maybe Luke chapter 1. I don't know, but certainly chapter 2 Luke. So I'm going to be reading that. Alysha did say to read with like family or, you know, friends or whoever, but my family aren't Christian, so I'll just be reading on my own, which is fine. I don't mind. So yes, that's it really. It is a very short TBR. Now, in the end, I might have more books to read. I don't know. But in terms of, I have been trying to read seasonally as much as I can, either with books that look a bit seasonal for whatever season it is, like spring-like or autumnal or winter, Christmassy, or like in the actual story. So and what I'm trying to say is I don't really have many winter Christmas books. I have the Christmas Carol that specifically has Christmas in the title, and I've got the Nutcracker, the original one by, is it someone Hoffman or something? I can't remember his name. But the original, as far as I know, Nutcracker author. I do have a couple of winter-themed ones as well, but they're ones I've already read last year, so I don't particularly want to read them. I haven't really got any other books to read that are Christmassy. Just to let you know, it doesn't matter, but I'm just letting you know anyway. This is actually set in December, certainly at the start. It starts at, it doesn't say when, but it's set in December 2016. So that's quite fortunate. So at least, even if it doesn't fit the prompt, at least it's still during Christmas. So that's quite funny. Makes sense really with the turkey or chicken that's on there, but yeah. So yeah, there were other books I wanted to put on this. However, I kind of messed up a bit. They were books that I put on my birthday book list to my uncle, but I usually do one list that fills up for like my birthday and Christmas, or mostly, and I kind of messed up the order. So the Christmas books that I wanted to read, there was only 2 that I remember, other than the Mistletoe Countess, because that was one of the books I got for my birthday. I'm not getting until Christmas, hopefully, so the problem is that I won't necessarily be able to read them before the end of the readathon, so I'm gonna have to just discount them for now, just in case, which is a shame. I was really looking forward to reading them, and I did think about buying them and then putting something else on the list, but I already sent the list to my uncle, you know, before my birthday, so I don't want to mess him around. I'm just gonna leave it, and if they don't arrive for Christmas, like he's not able to get them, I'll probably buy them separately, you know, in the new year or whenever they're available. So yeah, that's it really. I've got nothing else to tell you. It's quite a short video today. Quite unusual, I know. Don't have a heart attack and shock, okay? But yeah, that's it really. I've got nothing else to tell you. There's nothing else from my TBR really. Yeah, I'll be coming at you next week with my November wrap up, so stay tuned for that. And yes, I know it's, as I'm filming this, it's currently Thursday the 28th. So for all of my American viewers, I think most of you probably are, I think, certainly the ones who have commented anyway. I hope you guys have a lovely Thanksgiving. We don't do Thanksgiving here in England, so yeah, I just have to be thankful all year round. I mean, so do all of you in America too, but but yeah, we don't have the Thanksgiving stuff here. There was a readathon for Thanksgiving that Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails and Maddie from This Bookish Cottage and a few other people were involved in. That was just like 3 or 4 days Thanksgiving themed. I'm not joining in as a viewer, subscriber for that, mainly because there's no books. No books I want to read, and I need to have a smaller TBR for these last couple of months, or certainly this month I needed one, so and the books I'm reading this month, I don't think I was able to do it. And there was a lot of stuff like Discord to go on, and I don't have Discord, and yeah. I'm sure I didn't necessarily need to have Discord to join in, but anyway, it's too late now, I think. So, yeah, I didn't need to talk about all that. So, yeah, I'm gonna, as my grandma would say, love you and leave you. I pray you all have a great weekend and Thanksgiving if you celebrate, and God bless. I'll see you next week. Bye.